I see you, but you look like a ghost.
Cool. All right, scatter plots. Who wants to? Thanks, Corny. Who wants to talk to me about a scatter plot? Anyone?
It's a bunch of
Anyone? Yeah! Oh, okay, just kidding. What?
It's a bunch of plots on a diagram.
Okay. Plots on a.
No, not a diagram, a graph.
It's a graph.
Okay, that's why corner flip. Okay. So I want you to think back to what did we do with the famous personalities? Think back to that. What was the x-axis represented in that one?
Our predicted ages.
The predicted ages for those 20 famous people. What was the y-axis? The actuals. Okay, so we plotted up. What did we do after we had all 20 of those plotted? What was that line called?
Slope.
We found the slope of that line, but what was that line called? What was I saying?
Line of best fit.
Line of best fit. Also called the trend line if you guys did anything in Google Sheets, which we did on that workshop. We didn't get a chance to go over the answers for that assignment that you guys did last week, so we're going to do that real quick. I'm going to kind of modify it a little bit because I think for the most part you guys did a pretty good job at that. This one right here. What type of trend or what type of correlation do you see? What's this? Increasing. Okay, now give me another word for increasing. Positive what?
Linear relationship.
Positive linear. A positive linear relationship. Beautiful. Okay, so bouncing off you three. Thank you very much. Number 3. How many calories are in a sandwich that contains 5 grams of fat? What'd you do? How'd you do it? So 5 grams of fat. I guess just by looking at that, what would you say? How much? 350. So if I were to plot this at 350, 350, does that follow the trend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that point's obviously a little bit bigger, but. One of the options here was 800. Does that make sense?
No. Yes.
Visually, really? That makes sense? Because if you put it right there, does that follow the trend?
No.
No. What would this point be considered?
Outside.
Outlier.
Outlier? I thought it was outlier.
Liar. There was no end. Liar. Outlier. So that's good that you guys, I mean, if you think about it, you go and you get a healthy 5 grams sandwich, and now it's 800 calories? Yeah, right. Okay. So the smaller the grams of fat, the less calories, and that would make sense. When I was looking at your guys' your responses and your data, some of you guys put 425. Okay? Now visually, I just plotted 425 right there. Does that really follow the trend?
No.
Let's draw a trend line. I know we hadn't talked about it up until the last couple of days, but we put on a trend line there, and that point is now not part of that positive linear. It's a little higher. So there's where, man, I'm getting good at this. 350, look at that. Right? So had we maybe had a little bit of background on that, the line of best fit, I think 350 would have been the most chosen answer, but the ones that I saw the most of were 350 and 425, so now do we understand why 425 is not the correct answer and 350 is more appropriate?
Yeah.
Good. Number 4, how many grams of fat are in a sandwich that contains 675 calories? So there's the graph. Turn to the person next to you. If you guys remember your answer, great. Talk about it. I'm going to call on 2 of you guys to explain to me what your answer is for the grams of fat based on a 675 calorie sandwich. You have 30 seconds.
37.
675 calories. How many grams of fat would you expect that sandwich to have? 20 seconds. Ten. Four, 1, 2, 3, 0. Answer.
Ooh, right here.
Go.
42.
Why?
Because, so if you go from 39, that's probably about like 650.
So do you want to start here or you want to start over here?
No, down there.
So you want to start right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just want to kind of eyeball it. Are you going up?
Yeah.
and then you're gonna come and click over, right?
Yeah.
What if we started over here? What if we started at 675 and do the opposite?
That's what
Click this way, maybe roughly right there, and then. So 42, I think, would be maybe borderline, maybe a little too much. On the smaller end, I think 35 would have been too less. So I would say anywhere between 35 and 42, the options are 51, 38, 25, 47. 38 was definitely the most selected answer. I did see some 25s, so maybe a little bit more on the smaller side, but now you know. What type of trend is that? Decreasing negative linear. Awesome. What about that one?
Increasing
Equation. There's not an equation, just positive linear. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. There's a few people out there in the FLA. I want you guys to go out there and you need to, as a class, create a scatter plot that is a non-linear correlation. Non-linear. That's different than no correlation. Non-linear. Okay? Go out to the FLA. I'm going to give you guys a 10-second head start.
I'm scared. What are we doing?
Non-linear correlation out in the FLA.
That is creepy.
Think they got it? And hey, we're quiet. We're quiet. Non-linear.
Mr. Fry, you're.
Right now, you guys look like no correlation.
I can understand.
look cute.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hey, you with the fur. What were you doing coming out? No. What's this?
Oh, why?
Hey, why?
Y-axis.
Because I wanted to be
I'm
why.
the X.
So is this linear?
No.
Is this linear?
So confused.
Is this linear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about we form ourselves
A U.
to look like a U? Go. Go. You have 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze.
Cute.
Quinn, you're right.
Go there.
Make yourself useless.
Go there.
I am useless.
There. Stay. Freeze.
Nice.
We did it.
Why am I the one with the first?
I think you so many.
Non-linear. Well done. Okay. Here's what we're doing. You guys are going back to class. You have an online assignment to do on big ideas. Get logged into big ideas. Wait for further instructions. Okay.
Mr. Fry, you're